Merci, Sébastien. DNA Smith is a lover of words. Her work is rooted in her experience as a descendant of the African diaspora, a person who thinks in two languages, a daughter, a wife, a mother, and a person seeking to be a better neighbor to the original inhabitants of this land. Deanna has been fortunate to perform in a number of cities across the country and to have facilitated workshops with participants aged 4 to 80. She is an active member of the Community Vibes Collective and the Throw Poetry Collective. Deanna DNA Smith.
I'm discovering the works of Margaret Atwood. This is called Duta Teragram, which is Margaret Atwood backwards. I dream of reconciliations with those I have hurt unbearably. Margaret Atwood, spring poem. I dream of apologies accepted without demands for reparations, absolutions given without asking, for the power to do the same, to forget my retribution list, to look at those who have wronged me in the eye and not wish them ill, to not poison myself with this elixir or burn myself with this smoldering coal, forgiving, not forgetting. Let us remain wise and without recurring failure. I dream of peace and the vastness of a heart untroubled. I never rejected the languages of my ancestors in favor of English. I never had any choice. Sometimes my own voice sounds like clanging cymbals in my ears, and after all of these years of these foreign tongues being jammed down my throat, it would take an ethnocultural, political Heimlich maneuver to get them out. And I have no doubt that this is the source of deeply rooted conflict, this first language I'm stuck with, the language of Shakespeare and Chaucer and Yes Sir, Mr. Boss Sir, the language of slave ships and cracked whips and horror. I could choose another language at my disposal, mais ça serait pareil, à la fois Voltaire et disons sur un tableau dans mes oreilles. U otro, pero sería lo mismo. ¿Cómo hablar de dolor en el idioma que le causa? Sometimes I dream about speaking Hausa, maybe Igbo, maybe Twi, anything to allow me to tell my story more honestly, because honestly, what kind of artist paints in their own blood? Who dances in shackles? Who photographs in x-rays? We do. Black artists who use languages like English and French and Spanish and others, never the languages of our foremothers, we do. We tell stories and write stories in languages meant to be spoken, our pens choking on every word. So it is not so absurd to question the languages in which we ask questions. They say, it is impossible to tear down Massa's house with Massa's tools. We know. Those of us who have mastered the tongues of the masters, we know that there is a cost. But what is lost between the soul and the stage, the mind and the page, is what I seek. I seek what was meant to be mine always, and in all ways I will speak it into being. I will sing of those who were silenced, and I will draw breath for those whose tongues and throats were cut or swung or slit. I am sick of it, but it is all I have. And yet even with these forked tongues, I remain the answers to their prayers, supplications made in languages I have yet to learn, but know like I know my own bones, like I know my own skin. And so in the midst of this dissonance, I will speak, because I never rejected the languages of my ancestors in favor of English. And so with this voice, with this breath, with this life, I will honor them.